So let's see. Let's recap of what happened last time. I don't remember what happened last time. Oh, yeah, you guys left the arena and you investigated some claims that the pump station was being overrun. Was under attack as you get there. These scrags, these like troll-like marine creatures, were ripping the shit out of the thing. You guys took them all out and saved the day. You gained the audience of the Countess of Carrington, and she invited you guys to stay at her palace for the night.
Except for Snodlers.
Except for Snodlers, yeah.
Who's having to sleep over at the Mages Guild.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! You're making it sound like it's intentional. It's more the fact that Snodlers didn't know there was an invite and already accepted a different one.
You could just be like, hey man, how many videos are you posting?
I apologize. I did them as a group.
Oh my god, is that even safe for work?
It's all fun and games. Your dick pic shows up.
Yeah, right.
Oh, there it is.
That's what I'm waiting for.
It ain't a dick pic unless it's a video with sound.
All right. So, side note, let's begin here. So, yeah, we're going to start with it's the next day finally. You guys are feeling rested after the events of the arena, and I'm sure Snothers was feeling pretty jacked up after all the partying and book reading he's been doing. But you guys wake up, with the exception of Snothers, but we'll start with the rest of you guys waking up at the palace. You wake up to the smell of fresh, fruit, and you get out of your room, and there's this massive plate in your kind of like a common room for you guys. There's individual bedrooms that are kind of off of this common room, but as you wake up, you see these two waiters that are out there, and they're just like piling like pancakes and fruit and all this stuff on this table, fresh tea and coffee. But yes, you guys awaken at the palace. So, what's the plan for the day?
Excellent question.
I know I come strolling out like I own the joint, scratching my belly, look at the waiter and say, got somewhere I can wash my hands before I eat? And then I just laugh and keep walking.
He's like, sir, right away, the water closet is right down the hall.
Just completely ignore him. Make my way to the food.
You just start like piling right into this.
Complete disregard for manners, just eating with my hands and making a mess.
Nice.
Doing what Yuri does best.
Ruin everything.
Be the leader, save the day. I mean, all right. So what are the rest of you guys doing?
I feel like I'm not there yet.
Yeah, Snothers isn't quite there yet.
All right, I'm gonna check out for a little bit then.
But did we each get our own room?
No, well, yeah. So you guys all have your own separate bedrooms. It's more or less just a small. It's a tiny room with a bed, but they all adjoin to like a central like a hub within this wing. So you guys have like your own suite with all these individual little bedrooms.
Nice.
And this is where you're waking up to like a big table and eating breakfast before you go join the Countess in her court.
Before I head out of my nice room, I want to try to call Joy Sword on the shell phone.
Okay.
Hopefully Yuri is nowhere around.
She used to call me on my cell phone.
All right. So yeah, you speak into the shell phone. What are you gonna say?
What are you gonna say, bro?
Will you calm down? Jesus, fuck. You're out there stuffing your face. Joy Sword, are you there? Hello? Hello? Hello?
And you don't hear anything at first.
I give it a second just to see if anyone does answer. Throwing out the occasional hello. I'll give it a couple minutes. If no one answers, I'm not going to be happy. Because I paid good money for those fucking things.
All right, so we'll come back to you while you're. I'm sure it's going to take a few minutes while you're trying to contact her on the cell phone.
If we, in every campaign we play, lose half of the shell phones,
Did we lose it in the other campaign?
I don't remember
Yeah.
what happened to the other campaign.
yeah, somebody had it. There was like a bridge when the Death Knight showed up, and they like got disarmed, and then like we ran away and never recovered it.
Oh yeah, then you like called later on. Somebody used it, and like a little kid picked up and was like, "Hello."
Awesome.
Yep.
And then someone burnt the blacksmith down with green necromantic fire.
That was accidental. So I have a question because my computer got fucked up. I lost my notes. The two items that I bought was one was the shell of ask it a question. I forget what it was called.
Yeah.
Can I also use my talk into my shell and ask if I forgot the dude's name, honestly. If our prisoner is still on our ship.
Well, actually,
Run.
I'll let you save that because as of yesterday, like Vitoris had stopped and visited the ship while he was on his little sabbatical. So, as far as Vitoris probably would have told you that, the Drake is still secured on the ship with Boomer.
Okay.
So you can save your 1 day use. So the sending
Employee of the month, Boomer is.
the sending stones. It takes a couple of minutes before you feel like they activate, and you get an answer back from Joy Sword, and she's like, "Hello, who's this?"
You're asleep still?
Asleep. I've been up sailing all night.
How goes the hunt?
Well, we haven't seen the ship of the damned yet, but we are nearing the port of Freya. There's no sign yet, but I'm optimistic.
Well, I just wanted to give you a heads up. The Order of Mages and Protectors are also looking for the ship to the damned.
Oh yeah, that's their job.
They don't want anyone to get a hold of the gem.
Exactly. This is why we will find it and secure it first. And when I find it, I will call you.
Perfect.
She's totally not keeping it.
Tell her you miss her. Tell her you miss her.
Oh, who was that in the background?
You remember that dwarf that kept hitting on you?
Oh, yes. I tried to forget that.
Yeah, he says hi.
Oh, great.
So, what are your plans with your father?
Well, when I find him, I am going to kill him for murdering my mother and my sister. Have you had any luck?
I have not, but my question is, what do we do if we come across him?
No, you're going to save him for me. So you should detain him, call me on the shell phone, and I will come and run my blade through his wicked heart. I take it we have an understanding, Vitoris?
I think John just
He's still here. He's not talking.
Can't hear me?
There we go.
Can now?
Now you're back.
Well, so what's the last you heard?
Nothing for a
Yeah,
while.
nothing. I said that we'll do our best to capture him. I can't. Like I said, we'll do our best, but he is a vampire. Physically stronger, fighty. But if we sight him, or if we manage to capture him, I will call you and let you know.
Well, that does appear to be the best agreement, so. Is there anything else I can help you with this fine morning, Vitoris?
No, I just want to let you know they have actual crews out looking for give you a heads up that apparently they're searching hard for that gem and the ship to the dam.
I have the fastest ship in all of the Azure. Good luck anybody who's going to catch us, but let them try.
Glad I could provide you with the competition. In that case, I'll bid you a good morning, and I'm gonna go eat breakfast.
All right. Have a good day. And you just hear her bounce out of the conversation.
Next time, I'm letting Yuri call her. I'll put the shell phone away and head out. I'll tell Yuri that Joy Sword said hello.
She wants it.
Yeah, she's just playing hard to get, that's all. I'll take food off the table that Yuri hasn't slobbered all over yet.
Yeah, there's not much left, but
I just point down to the doorway and say, "Shitters down the hall, Vitoris," and start laughing.
I just look at him confused and like, oh, okay, if you gotta go, go. Or you can just go in Meglar's backpack. I don't care.
Is Meglar here?
Yep, I'm here.
oh, shit, he is here. All right, so at that point, you guys are all eating, and the waiter does say to you, if you don't mind, if there's nothing else that you require, please join the lady in her court. Just follow the main passageway to the large chamber in the center of the palace. But if there's nothing else that you require, our services are needed elsewhere, gentlemen.
Have a good one. Thanks for the food.
All right, so they step out, and you guys have what you can assume is some alone time in your quarters now.
I want to take the alchemy jug and make a vial of poison to give to Sora.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What'd you say you're making?
Don't worry about
It's totally not gonna go in your ale.
it. It's just a basic one, so it has to be applied to a weapon or ammunition.
I'll add it to my inventory. One vial, correct?
Yeah, it says half an ounce, so I'm assuming that's one vial.
Yeah.
Ooh, once applied, the poison retains potency for 1 minute before drying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
basically
it
just like-
sucks.
DC 10. Is there not better poisons?
Oh, there's way better
Yeah,
poisons.
this is just the basic stuff.
It's just something that I was like, I'm not going to use it for anything else today, and I think we do have a fight coming up.
You say that now we're gonna need a gallon of mayonnaise. You ruined
I
it.
know it. I always screw up and don't use the gallon of mayonnaise every time.
You know, it's not like it goes bad. You can just keep doing mayonnaise.
Oh, mayonnaise definitely goes bad.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
It's supposed to be that green color and smell like that.
Like rotten eggs.
I will remind them. I'll let them know, in case everyone forgot, for people who weren't here last week, Meglar. The butcher is coming to pick up his ship, the Pledging Lady, which is the one we need to
Capture.
liberate, so we can get Pinkerton back. So at the end of the week, during the final fight of Feet Fest, is when he's coming to get it. And what's today's Tuesday?
Yeah, it's only like the second day of Feet Fest, even though it did get cut short the day before. So
We also got to find out is it going to continue? Is it going to pick up where it left off?
Right. And I know it was so long ago. I know we wanted to talk to the lady in charge, but I don't remember what the plan was. Are we just going to ask her for help, or ask her to just turn a blind eye to some shenanigans, or what was the deal?
We wanted to set up a chapter of the Travelers over here.
Okay.
She owns the city. 2, we need to, I would say, delicately talk to her about Meglar's stepdad. Because if she's a friend of his, I don't want to turn him in. Because he's just going to get out and try to kill us again.
Honestly, if he gets out and tries to kill us again, he just make us another 10 grand. I don't see the problem.
Next time it'll be more.
Next time we'll just kill him back instead of capturing him.
Kill him back. I like that.
I would say if we can't turn him in here, just turn him in Saltmarsh, because he's now wanted over there as well. And he's wanted by the king.
Yeah, exactly.
And we know how much the king loves pirates.
Oh, yeah.
Could also just turn him into an ally.
I don't think that'll work. I think he'll just stab us in the back the second he gets a chance.
I mean, I have
You have what?
magic.
Do you have magic to mind control someone permanently?
Month at a time.
Wait, you can mind control someone for a month?
Hey, surprise, we're level 9 now. It's not exactly mind control, but it's Gias. So yeah, it's he has to do what I say or he takes a bunch of psychic damage.
That seems...
That does not seem like something...
That seems extreme.
So does almost dying in a vortex of watery doom, so, you know.
We didn't get sucked in the vortex of watery doom. He did.
We nearly
Or his
did,
ship
though.
did. It's fine. We got a good crew. Bobby the Slub's running a tight ship over there.
Yeah, so
I vote hold on to him and turn him in at Saltmarsh, assuming she's friends with him. If she can give us some guarantees that he won't just get released, absolutely turn him in 10K.
gotcha. We have don't we have one of his rings used to control a dragon?
I have no such ring.
The dragon's dead, but I think so. It's like a useless ring, but I thought we kept it so we could.
Oh, that wasn't him that had it. It was one of the people who was actually there controlling it.
Yeah, one of his minions.
Or wait, didn't it break after it died?
Oh, I thought the collar broke. You might be right there.
I might be thinking about the collar.
Yeah, I do remember
Yeah.
something breaking.
A nice little boost to my hit points.
Mine look the same, oddly enough.
I'll also let them know I got a line on a ship being sold farther inland on the cheap. Did I already contact Hedwig about it?
Yeah, you sent a message from the Mages Guild over to...
Yeah, I let Hedwig... The Mages Guild has the ability to send messages, so... Hedwig's got the message that we're interested in it, so B-team?
Send the B team.
But it's farther inland.
Gotcha. Is that guild funds, or do we have to come up with money for that?
It'll be guild funds, but we might have to give money back to the guild. We've been away for a little bit. I haven't had a chance to look over the books.
Okay.
But Hedwig's done a good job so far, so should probably give that man a raise.
Yeah, I think we already pay him pretty good, but you're probably right.
And I'll give him let him know what I did the day before that I checked out, got the information. I'll let them know that they do build really good ships, but you're looking at like 2-year wait time. They're 40 grand for brand new, but they're the best of the best.
Gotcha.
Not to interrupt you guys. Meglar, we did hit level 9, so...
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, we did?
Yep.
Well,
Alright.
we did. You didn't. You were there.
Suck it, I'm gonna take it.
Yeah, you get it.
Fuck you, Kevin.
Oh my!
Wow.
So
Fucking
hostile.
back sniper.
It's not funny when only one person knows the reference.
I saw the video.
And that the Mage Guild really doesn't, like, they're investigating the water, the constant water rising, but they said I gotta reread that. I think they said they don't really hire adventurers.
That's fair.
Yeah, so I think those are your main points that you guys were bringing up. You had Drake. You had the problem of the water in the city. That the reason why they had to build this pump station to begin with. The Travelers Guild. Yeah, you're looking to expand your reaches. And obviously Pinkerton, rescuing Pinkerton to get back on the trail because the overall story arc, Dagon is being summoned and will unleash his fury on all the communities around the Azure Sea. And missing trident pieces, obviously that's another part of the whole main story arc here. So
Oh yeah, we did have one of those, didn't we?
it's now there's just out gallivanting around with a trident hanging out of his bag of holding.
Yep. He's banging on every doorway he walks past. Vitoris, did you find out if the ship's been paid for already or if it needs to be paid for upon pickup?
It'll get paid for on pickup. My sense was the dude needs money in a bad way. So I've already let Hedwig know the price and that the money needs to be brought with Hedwig. Or whoever he sends.
Gotcha.
Can we just-
Sorry, the other ship, the one we're going to steal, commandeer from the Van Zagrum. Like, is that ship been paid for by the butcher, or is he going to pay for that when he gets there? Or don't you know?
Do I know that, DM?
I think you would have known that they pay. You have to put like 50% down and then 50% when you pick it up.
Yeah, so he's paid for half of it.
All right.
Why, are you wanting to leave the other half? Because we're going to take it?
I was wanting to, if it was paid for, we could just impersonate them and then just leave with it.
You got 20k?
No, that's the issue. I don't know. Maybe we talk to the regent. We'll get 10k for what's his face. We can finagle another 10k. We can just take the ship and leave.
Maybe we should just have Renwick give us some money. He's got a ton of money, right?
Not on him.
Well, let's go talk to the Countess. See if we can't talk her into opening up a chapter here. Feeling out about Renwick. Maybe get information on what's going to happen to the Feet Fest.
Did we find out if we needed to talk to her about opening another chapter here, or is that something we can do like through the local government?
She is the local government.
Gotcha. It just seemed like
she's like the
her pay grade.
She may tell us it's beneath her pay grade, but
that's what I was worried about.
I mean,
what I mean?
we managed to. We're having breakfast with her.
Right.
Or well, actually, I look at the meal that we just finished eating. After breakfast snacks with her. And I figure, that's the time to ask. She may, if nothing else, maybe she can be like, no, talk to him and tell him I sent you.
Okay. Yeah, I just didn't want it to be like insulting or whatever. If like, hey, we want to open up a business here. She's like, I don't fucking care. You know what I mean? That was my concern.
I mean, I doubt she'll just brush us off because we did keep her city from flooding.
Yeah.
So, but that was, I think, the plan when we got here was to open up a chapter here, try and get a hold of that ship. I think those were the main two reasons we were here.
Right.
Everything else just kind of happened.
Going with the flow, like a bunch of sailors.
That's a little creepy.
I'm gonna cast Eagle Splendor on myself before the meeting.
You turn into an eagle?
No.
I'm fucking with you, no.
All right.
Other than that, I think I'm set.
Sorry, I was AFK for a little bit, but I assume nothing changed for me.
Nope, they're just still working on plans. What they're gonna say to the Countess. So, are you guys all ready to head out there then?
Are we gonna wait for Snodlers, or that was the plan? Are we gonna wait for him to show up?
That's
I don't know if I fully understand that where you guys are right now. I'd probably head back to the inn.
I think we did let you know. You were told that we were going to the Countess's house last session.
Well, I don't agree. I agree with that comment, but that doesn't mean that I'll know what's going on.
All right, that's on you.
Yeah, I think you would have known where the palace was because you saw it before when you were in the arena and you were blowing kisses to the Countess from the balcony above the palace.
I'm good with that.
Still sad I missed that.
But yeah, so you guys start heading out towards the main hall of the palace, and you walk down through this place. It's immaculate. It's got these beautiful white marble ceilings and these like 60-foot pillars that like extend up to this massive vaulted ceiling. You go up this massive flight of stairs. It's like a spiral staircase that leads up higher up a floor. And as you go along the staircase, you're like looking out these windows, and there's these beautiful windows that overlook the Azure Sea. And you can look out over. This place is amazing. And you look down back at the main floor you're on. You notice that the whole floor was adorned with this giant mosaic of a red dragon in battle with this human fighter. He has a shield, and he's like holding it up against the breath attack of this massive dragon. But yeah, so you start walking around and you see these motifs like this red dragon head, and it's kind of like ever slightly etched into the sides of the walls and carved here and carved there. This place is like really ornate as you kind of quietly make your way up the stairs, but you get to the top of this landing now, and you're in what looks like another massive hall. But at the end of this leads to an open air balcony. And at the end of this, as you kind of walk out, you're ushered out by these guards. They nod as you walk through. There's several sets of tables and chairs and like patio furniture out there and umbrellas. And you come out, and the Countess is sitting out here on a chair on this beautiful balcony that sits a good like 80 feet or so up above the sea, and it kind of overlooks the Azure. You can see ships in the distance coming into port and stuff. As you walk out, the guards they point over to have a seat, and the Countess she stands up, and today she's dressed in this beautiful white flowing gown. Again, this thing is like got this really deep V cut right down to her belly button. She's probably 50s. She's got this short black hair, and she says, "Good morning, gentlemen. I'm so glad you decided to come and have some tea with me." And she calls over to one of the servants, and they bring this tray over, and they start pouring cups of tea. And please sit. You're my esteemed guests.
Thank you very much. Take a seat. Start having some tea.
And she sits down and she grabs a cup of tea and a saucer, and she looks at you guys, and she has a very kind face to her, but yet at the same time you can tell that she has some more layers beneath her. But as she she's just about to start talking to you guys, and all of a sudden you hear some footsteps coming up the stairs kind of loudly, and you guys look down at the end of the hallway, and here comes Snodlers marching into the main balcony floor. A little bit late to the party, but
Snodlers is 100% carrying like a pennant of the Order of the Magus, and it's like his arms are full of like bullshit propaganda that looks like he looks like he literally bought it like on his way. Like it's not even like official shit, because it was cheaper.
He bought it at the gift shop.
Yeah, basically, like not even like the real gift shop, like the one out in front. They're like, "Hey, man, you want some stuff?"
Yeah, the one guy with a big cloak.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and this pennant is like the shittiest pennant that you've seen, but it definitely has the colors and like kind of the symbol.
Hand drawn in crayon.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's crayon, but close.
Snodlers, you leaving the Travelers?
I mean, Snodlers isn't sure that it is this a single contract thing? These guys are mages. You aren't mages. Snodlers wants to be in a mage group too. Isn't that okay?
Snodlers can do what Snodler wants.
Good. That's kind of like my motto.
Wait, within reason. Within reason. I didn't mean to give you that blank check.
That's not Snodlers' reason.
Snodlers can do what Snodlers wants.
Thank you.
And that's
Snodlers
how
appreciates that.
and that's how you get fireballed.
Right, so as you guys banter back and forth, and as you get closer to the group, the Countess stands up and goes, I thought we were missing somebody, the star of the show, my gnomish friend. It's good to see you again, kind sir.
Look up excitedly. Drop all my shit immediately. It's so good to see you.
Oh, and she kind of holds her hand out for you to kiss her hand.
I feel like she's like, it's out, but it's like above my head out. I hold out my hand and grab it, and I shake it vigorously with both hands.
She kind of smiles a little bit, and she says, peculiar. You may call me Imelda Blackburn, but as the rest of this world knows, I am the Countess, but that's such a official title. But please come, be my guest and sit. Join your friends here. And what is your name again?
Snodlers Leadcheek, at your service. Anything I can do for you, I'll do to you.
What a heroic name. You must be the leader of this group.
Snodlers likes to think so, but really, I'm pretty sure it's Javi.
Oh. She looks over at the dwarf. Like there's like crumbs and like a half a pancake stuck in your beard. But please sit. Let's discuss some things. And she sits down and she hands you a cup of tea, Snodlers.
Snodlers takes it with both hands and jumps into the seat. Any seat. There's one that's available, I assume.
Oh yeah. So she dismisses the servants and she says, "So, first and foremost, I desperately need to thank you. Thank you for saving my city. The work that you did and saving the pump station. And as I hear this morning, the mages are already in process of getting it back up and running. So we should be a-okay for Feet Fest to continue today. So again, thank you so much, adventurers."
Quick to speak right up. You're welcome. These guys couldn't have done it without me.
Oh, yes, and I very much enjoyed your show in the arena. That was true heroism and just a pure display of power and skill that you displayed. Especially you, Mr. Leadcheek.
Snodlers kind of blushes and turns away. Snodlers hasn't even shown his greatest spells. Wait, you saw Fireball, right? You know, Snodlers is close to showing you his greatest spells.
So, anyway, is there any way that I could possibly ever repay you? What brings you to the city? Let me start with that. Is there something I could do for you?
We were thinking about opening up a chapter of our adventuring guild on this side of the ocean.
Okay. Tell me more. Tell me more about this guild. What exactly do you do? What is this adventuring you do?
The pump station, that kind of stuff. We've fought pirates, captured pirates.
Became pirates.
you not?
Pretended.
It was pretend.
Snarlers looks confused and looks around like, what?
Infiltrated pirates.
Oh, so you're telling me you're very much like the Hero Society.
I paused because I automatically wait for Vossen to say fuck.
I know, we're awesome. But so I do like the sound of this. The city, we are under the jurisdiction of the Kree Empire. You'll see the guards everywhere. But as much as this is the fact of the matter, but at the same time, the Emperor believes that Carrington to be, I guess how you'd say, like a backwoods sort of establishment. And sometimes the pleas of us do not reach the ears of the Emperor himself. So I would think having somebody with the true interests of Carrington on their mind at all times would be very beneficial.
Snarlers will always have your ear.
And now that I think about it, there's several places around Carrington that have been abandoned that would probably make a suitable place for you to set up your guild. There is a place that is perfect probably for you on the northern shore. It's an old mansion. It's been abandoned for several years. It has access to the ocean. It has docks. It probably needs a little bit of work, but I'll tell you what. For your help, I feel charitable, and I would like to give this property and the entire island to you.
Island?
Was generous.
Can I be the king of the island?
Sure, you may be the king of the island, king of the travelers. So yeah, on the
That's
Carrington
what
map, it's that
God.
place all the way to the north. I think it's the furthest northern point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got its own little private dock.
I mean, it's broken down, though, so let's be honest.
That's fine.
But yeah, please. I mean, I would want you to head out there and check it out for yourself. I think you will be pleasantly surprised with this property, and I think this could be a good partnership in the future. The citizens of Carrington are always in need of help, so.
Nautilus is very excited about this.
Would you happen to know someone who... Is there anyone you would recommend to sort of run the travelers' operations over here in Carrington?
Oh, I don't know. Many of our properties are run by a gentleman named Renwick Drake, but I don't know. There's probably all sorts of people looking for work, but many of the people of skill, they're employed by the Empire here. But if you ask around, you may find good people in the arena. I'm sure your promoter, I have seen him before, Mr. Lightning, is it, or whatever the brilliant-looking man he is. But I'm sure if you inquire for aid, there's plenty of people that would be willing to help a worthy cause of providing security to the realm. We have the Magus Guild for that as well, but they are more so concerned with things of magic in sorts and making sure that there's no magical deeds that are going unforeseen in the city and things that could damage the very society we live in here. But
Snarler's like super excitedly nodding.
You mentioned Renwick Drake.
oh yes, he is somewhat of a well-known person around these parts. He provides the community with various funds, and he's a wealthy property owner here. Why do you know of Mr. Drake?
I've had a few brief run-ins with him.
Oh,
I'm just nudging Meglar and whispering to him, "Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy?"
Jesus Christ. Yeah. Briefly at Saltmarsh, he stopped in for a while.
Wasn't that the king guy?
What?
It was the guy that replaced the lady that got murdered on the council.
Edda.
Edda, yeah.
Yeah, we heard he was wanted by the Empire.
Yes, that deal. I have told Mr. Drake myself that I do not wish to know about some of these alleged crimes that he may commit around. There has been many rumors that he's involved with piracy and other illegal activities, but I do not wish to know about any of this. I cannot be connected to any sort of thing, but Mr. Drake, every time I have met him, he has been a fair man, a generous man, a very good-looking man, too, I might add.
I look over at Snodler to see if he's jealous.
Nope.
But, yeah, I have told Mr. Drake himself that if he gets involved in any sort of trouble, that I cannot be there to help him, so... I haven't seen him in quite a while. Last I heard, he was traveling east to Faerun.
No, Snodler saw him recently. He actually just traveled back here.
Oh, Mr. Drake is back here. So that's very, very dangerous for him because the king, or the emperor, has heard about some sort of dragon that he allegedly has beneath the mines of his property that he is very interested in. I don't know how much you know about the emperor himself, but it is rumored that he owns a dragon himself that helps protect his fortress.
Would you like us to retrieve him?
Who's that, Mr. Drake?
Yes.
Nah. Drake's a big boy. He'll find his way here.
Yeah, this is exactly the philosophy or the policy that I have with Mr. Drake.
Fair enough. Do you want us to check into the dragon, or do you want us to leave that particular possibility unknown?
I would rather leave that unknown for now.
Okay.
But yeah, if you see Mr. Drake, you could always ask him about his alleged dragon issues. But
Well, Snodler has seen the dragon. It's real.
oh,
You have?
Haven't we?
She said he has a dragon here underneath his mines. I didn't realize you'd gone to his mine.
Do you think he has more than one dragon?
It's potential.
well,
Snodler thinks that's ridiculous.
I do have to say, it has been rumored that Mr. Drake is a collector of very unique items and things throughout the realm, and it has been rumored that he has several dragons in his service. But
All right. Well, Snodler has seen one of the dragons. That's all I can say. Sorry, didn't mean to get confused on that.
is there any other matters you would like to discuss about the city? You have seen our problem with the floodwaters. That is definitely something that I would very much like your Travelers Guild to look into. Maybe you could figure out why my city is sinking into the sea.
Is the Mages Guild not looking into it?
Well, they are more so trying to fix the situation by keeping us afloat, but they spend most of their time in search for artifacts and magical items that they need to keep out of the public's hands, I suppose. But saving the city, they think, is the job of the Empire to help us. But as I've said before, the Emperor feels that we are just a little blip on the map, that we're not worth the investment. But yeah, he can send his troops here to occupy the territory.
Is what I know? Is this the only major city I know of on this coast?
Yeah, this is the first time you have ever been here.
I would think he would want to protect it because this is you're the closest city that I'm aware of closest to Faerun. Are you guys not trade partners?
Well, yes, there is traders that make their way to Liara and then from there to Faerun, but the other major trading city is the city to the south, the city of Freya. Much of the fishing and things like that, trades that head inland, they follow the river inland from Freya. I guess Carrington doesn't have enough resources for the Emperor.
Understood.
I mean, if he wanted water, Soundlord thinks he could get it.
Yes, unfortunately.
Hard to drink seawater.
Is the Genoa River, is that freshwater or saltwater river?
Oh, it's actually a saltwater river that turns into a freshwater river as it hits the waterfalls from the. I'm trying to think of the name of it. The Wildlands. What's it called? Let me
The
pull up the map.
Georgian Barrens?
Nope, that's the desert. The Brymac Wilds.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I'll put you guys on that map so you can see what the hell we're talking about. So yeah, you see the Genoa River like branches off, but it stretches all the way to Carrington. Hector, you know of Freya because your hometown is just to the south of it.
Right.
But I can say, for things of piracy and stuff in the air, I feel that Carrington is very safe from piracy. The Sea Princes, they have operated before out of the city, but I've never had any problems with ships being pirated or hijacked or anything illegal in nature.
I mean, aren't they about to pick up one of their pirate ships? Snodler's heard about that, right?
Oh, I've even heard, but I mean, I'm assuming you're speaking about the Shipwright Guild, the greatest shipbuilders in all of the realm.
Indeed.
And something about a lady.
A lady?
The fledgling lady, I think. Snodler's isn't quite sure.
Well, there's nothing of that I know of, but is there anything else I can give you? I'm sure there's probably something I owe you a great deal.
I feel that property in your lovely city is more than enough.
I mean, Snodler thinks we still need a boat, right? Like a specific one?
Yep. Yeah, the ship we mentioned, I forget the name of the ship. The ship we mentioned is being built by the Van Zagen right now is
The fledgling lady, right?
it probably is. It's going to be picked up by a pirate captain pretty soon. We would like that not to happen. I would like to know how you want us to proceed. So as we go.
Well, on the one hand, I do not want to get involved and raise suspicion and bring any piracy into the city. But if I were to maybe send some of the local militia, or maybe I could get some ex-Kree guards to help you, maybe that you could help secure the ship or stop this pirate captain.
Absolutely.
Snodler's would love to help you with that.
However, this is something that probably should not be brought to the attention of the Empire.
So we're dealing with this one off the book.
Yes.
Fair enough.
I mean, Snodler thinks that just doing it out of the goodness of our heart would make much more sense. Snodler does not need payment for this.
This
What?
is for us.
What do you mean no payment? Like for free?
You had breakfast. What more do you want? Yeah. Okay. So we'll deal with the pirates. Keep that, like I said, off the books, out of the way.
I mean, it's only
We're gonna
one,
get some help, though, right?
it's only one pirate. I mean, not to say anything, but I'm sure people go missing in this fair city all the time. The skags are around.
Understood.
Snodler likes the way you think.
Think that is everything we needed to discuss. You've been more than gracious. Thank you.
Well, should we ask if she knows the whereabouts of any pieces to this magical trident?
Sure. We'll throw him Mary out there. Go for it. Ask her.
Snodler is worried about that.
I mean, I won't ask if you don't want me to. I just
No,
figured.
no. I mean, in character, you need to do what you need to do.
Yeah. Snodler's the most cavalier person out there.
Well, Snodler isn't sure what that word means.
Anyway, we're somewhat on the hunt for this trident of Dagon. Have you heard of this, Countess? Or know whereabouts of any pieces of this trident?
You see Snodler's turn his back.
Well, I will have to be honest with you. I don't know much about tridents or weapons or really much of the sea. I do have to say that I am from Artis, the capital. I traveled here east many years ago when I was just a girl and settled here with my family. But maybe you should inquire with the Magus Guild. Maybe they might know about places where the pieces of the trident are. Or I do know Mr. Lucky Drake himself. He was always talking about securing these rare items. Maybe that's something that Mr. Drake, if you are friends with him, you could ask him about.
Snodler isn't friends, but we talked about it already.
Yeah.
Out of character, I don't remember if I ever went over any pieces of the trident. I know I got some information from the Mages Guild, but do I feel like I got what I could have from them? I don't know if we ever discussed that I went into detail about the trident pieces.
Yeah, I kind of assumed, out of character, that you would have, Snodlers would have been a little bit leery about giving them too much information when they're telling you that they need to collect artifacts, magical artifacts, and keep them safe so that the bad guys don't get them. So I think even Snodlers would have an idea of hey, maybe I won't divulge too much information.
Yeah.
Without fear of being arrested, basically.
Yeah. Well, I was just asking questions about it because I know I got some information.
Or the pieces he has getting confiscated.
Oh yeah, no,
Exactly.
I mean, it definitely didn't hit every single door on the way in or out of the place.
It's my backup.
By now, the hilt is looking completely trashed.
I think the whole thing with Snodlers joining the Mages Guild is they would have respected your level of prestige and the fact that you were aiding in the city and protecting their pump, so they didn't have a whole lot of reason to question you too much.
Good with it.
And I would assume Snothers would have went in there like completely like, oh, like I'm gonna be your buddies. Like this is gonna be great. Like you're drinking the Kool-Aid, you know.
Oh, for sure. Kool-Aid is great.
But like location wise, like I don't know if they would have told you anything even if they did know.
Yeah. All right, we're good.
Cool. That concludes everything I wanted to talk about. I don't know if anybody else has anything before we say our farewells here.
Well, with all due respect, Countess, or Vermelda, as newly crowned king of Runestone Island,
Oh God.
The Taurus just palms his face.
I can vouch that the travelers are way more badass than the Hero Society.
Well, I can
just wanted
already
to point that out.
I can already tell that with the way that you valiantly dispatched two of the hardest to beat teams in all of the land. It was just that was truly incredible. The things you did with an axe, Mr. Runestone, was that was definitely something. And she kind of looks down at you almost admiringly.
You should have seen me choke out a. You should have seen me choke out a razor hog.
Oh, I've heard tales of these things. Massive beasts in the Brymac wilds.
Yeah, I choked one of them things out with my bare hands and fed a whole city.
I lean over and whisper in Hector's ear, "Didn't he run?"
Oh yeah, 100%.
You know, Snodulus has never fought a boar with his bare hands, but he has choked a few cougars.
Oh wow! Well, that's also something of some great prestige. Have you ever been to the Brymac wilds?
Snodulus can't remember, honestly.
Oh well, it's a beautiful country. As a girl, I traveled through there by wagon on the main trail with my family. My father was never much of an adventuring man, and he was, sadly to say, not like you travelers. He was far too scared to venture off the trail. But oh, the beasts and the wildlife around there, oh, truly amazing.
Absolutely.
But while you're setting up this guild, this would be perfect time to explore more of Cordova. I mean, check out the free cities of the city of thieves of Freya, and head out west to the great elven cities. And I mean, have you ever been up north to the Northlands, to Belshore, or to the great frozen land of Calder?
This is the first time I've ever been on this continent.
So unrelated. Snodulus heard you say the third and second best groups. So do you know who we're fighting the next one?
Oh, I didn't realize that you were still fighting in the arena.
Should we not be?
Well, I mean, I would have all of the faith that you and the travelers would win, but also
Snodulus brushes his shoulder like there's dirt on it. Snodulus knows, but knowing a little bit of information on your enemy apparently is good. And I look over to Hobby.
I don't know anything about that, but I feel like we're off to a strong start here. Like I feel like I'm connected with you, and I would hate for anything to happen to my new friends here.
Snodulus feels the same way.
And on the same note, if you would like, I could send some of my palace guards with you to show you to your new place, to Runestone Island, if you'd like. As so you named it.
That's what I'm talking about.
And actually, I think we even have a few extra gondolas we could spare to give to the Travelers Guild to help you get around our city much easier.
Well, that's way too kind.
Anything for my new friends. You're going to help protect our city.
Snoddlers definitely will be here for at least another couple days.
Oh.
Why are we back in Seaton?
Oh,
We
I
teleport?
hit the wrong button.
Snoddlers is not back in Seaton.
The Seaton map
That's
is next to the Carrington map, okay? Sorry.
Mm-hmm. Likely story.
That's fast travel.
Real fast. Well, if there's nothing else I can help you gentlemen with, I'm sure you are eager to check out the new manor and your new island. I have much to do today.
We thank you for your time. We thank you for the island.
So wait, do we not know who the new guys are? Snoddlers is like, huh?
Oh, and please let me extend this invitation to the Travelers Guild. You are welcome at the palace anytime, and please feel free to keep me informed with things that you may hear that are, important information to our city and the livelihood of my people. Please.
But of course.
Yeah, I'll send a raven sometime.
So she calls to the servants. She tells them to have the captain of the guard secure these gondolas for you guys and take care of everything. And she says, "No, excuse me, but I must carry on with my day." And she gets up and kind of bows to everybody and walks out.
As soon as she leaves, Snoddlers goes, "Damn it, I should have asked about a dragon statue."
The dragon statue?
Snoddlers said he needed one.
Oh.
So now let's go ahead and make a perception check to see if you notice anything around.
Oh my god, am I gonna steal from her? This is gonna be
But
great.
that's up to you. All right. So as I was describing earlier, there's all sorts of motifs of dragons everywhere. These red dragons in the heads, and out on the edge of the balcony, on the very tops, there's like a railing that goes around. Every like 4 feet or so, there's a little dragon kind of sculpted on the opposite side of the edge of the railing that kind of like looks out over the sea and it kind of points over the sea. It's a stone dragon.
Do I think that it's worth at least like a couple hundred gold?
It's definitely
It's just
it's ornate marble, so it's probably worth a couple hundred gold.
on a scale of 1 to not at all, how much do I think she would miss it if I borrowed it?
Yeah, you think that nobody would notice it? That there's plenty of dragons to go around in this place. Granted, you're smart enough to know that it's probably not. It might not be worth 500, but it could be. It's the right.
What can I roll for my? Is it 500?
You could ask Vitoris.
Hey, Vitoris, unrelated to me wanting to borrow this, how much do you think those things are worth?
And then Vitoris, you go ahead and roll an insight check with advantage. So just by judging by the fact that it's marble and it's probably worth maybe like 50 gold or so, and it's ornately carved, it would be a nice statue if you could like remove it from the railing without like busting the tail off and stuff. But it's definitely not like worth 500.
It's probably, assuming you could get it out without marring the surface at all. At best, 100 gold.
Snoddlers just leaves, doesn't even let him finish.
As he's walking away, it's like, that's if you could find an idiot to sell it to.
All right, so Snoddlers, were you going to try to take it?
No.
All right.
No, as soon as I told him like 100 gold if you find an idiot, he's just like, well, this is a waste of my time.
I'll find another one.
I'll get one that's made out of rubies.
Yeah.
Yeah, something.
Oh, you guys want to check out our new building?
Snodlers has a lot to read. You have no idea the amount of fine print.
Fine print in what?
Snodlers points to his hat, and you see now there's a little pendant on there of the Order of the Magi.
Oh. The yeah, okay. I got you.
For a second, I thought you were describing Joy Sword's mansion. I
Oh,
was like, did she really just give us her mansion?
it's possible because she said there's several locations like that around the city that are, people have abandoned them. You guys probably don't remember, but like the first time you guys got to Carrington, the bar owner or somebody was telling you guys that like a lot of people have fled the city because of the flooding problem. They've gone out either back west or traveled across the sea. So on your travels around Carrington, you'll notice that there's a lot of abandoned like old mansions and things like that.
Snodlers would like to at least claim a bunk not on the first or second floors, unrelated to the flooding.
Well, this is just. I mean, yeah, we can stay here, but I mean, the main base is over in Saltmarsh. This is just a branch.
Yeah, maybe we put Lightning with McCloud in charge of everything here, and then he'll earn more money, and then we don't have to tour him.
But that's assuming he doesn't send all the adventurers that we get signed up over here out on tour.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
probably.
what he's gonna do.
We need adventurers, not touring fighters.
WWF fighters.
Yeah, under contract and shit.
Snodlers only gets like a couple free rooms in a row. Like Snodlers needs a place to sleep here. So like,
That's fine. I mean, we're the founders, so we should get, prime. You don't never know. Maybe it's got a secret underground base where someone's gonna get kidnapped by vampires again.
You never know.
We should check that first this time.
no. Snodlers thinks we need to fight tonight. I don't care about vampires. Snodlers is vampired out until we destroy whomever is the most badass people here. Snodlers needs to destroy badasses, and then afterwards, when we're exhausted, we'll fight the vampires.
Arturus will ask how the first 2 rounds went since he wasn't there.
Snodlers did a great job and was very showmanly, and everyone else sucked from the showmanship perspective, but everyone else did the damage and killed things.
Literally
Basically.
made it rain lightning.
Say what?
So he said everyone else sucked as showmans, and I said I literally made it rain lightning.
Yeah, that's true.
And Snodlers made it rain sparks. Snodlers is better.
Ooh, sparkle tip.
Stodler's over there with a sparkler. Meanwhile, Hector's over there with the mortar.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, let's go check out our gondolas and our new building.
I would like to point out who Lady Joysword, the lady that we were courting, thought was leading because of how awesome he was. He being Snodlers.
Yeah, I think
It wasn't Lightning McQueen Hector.
Yeah. Don't worry. She put you on the same level as Yuri.
No. I put Yuri on top of Snodlers. It wasn't her.
Whatever. Let's not argue about this. Off to my island.
Listen, whoa. For one, I refuse to call it Runestone Island.
Too late. Countess already agreed.
it's already
Snodlers
canon.
likes the name.
Ugh.
Noddlers gets the master bedroom too, if it's on the first floor.
Snodlers won't take it.
Let's go to the island.
Okay. So you guys meet up with some of the guards. They bring you over to the captain, and he instructs you guys to just head downstairs to the palace and find the western exit, and then they have the gondolas waiting for you, and they are now. You guys have 2 gondolas, so you guys probably are going to split the party a little bit. And
What time do we have to be back to fight? Did anyone ask? Snodlers is really worried.
It's like sundown. Roughly.
No, it was before. Do we know what it is this time?
I thought it was at the end of the week.
all the fights happen at nighttime.
I think the main
Snarler
event.
glares at the DM.
I think the main event, like the single fighters, are at the end of the week. Am I right?
Yeah. These are still like the preliminary matches during the week. But like Feet Fest is all day, but like the markets and all the games and all the fun stuff is during the day. Then at nighttime is the bloodbath.
Any of you guys sign up for the solo?
Snarler should have.
We signed you up, Batoris.
Yeah, but Taurus isn't showing up to that.
No one said you couldn't have help. Snarlers will haste you.
You guys just got to go meet up with Bright, and then he'll convince you guys. He's got a lot. He's got a lot of energy. That guy.
And then on the second round, Snarlers will cancel haste.
Yeah, right.
Dick move.
Bright's definitely got big plans for us.
Speaking of which, Snarlers has huge plans for our showmanship in the last one. So we get to see the... Oh. Never mind. I guess it doesn't really matter, does it?
You might get to see her again, Snodlers.
Yeah, we're going to do it.
All right, so you guys head off heading out from like the pump station, and you head your way inland instead of like heading out to sea with the gondolas. You head underneath the bridge that's over here, and you make your way around the city inland all the way up to for now we're gonna call it Runestone Island.
Hell yeah!
You do see the old remnants of a bridge that connected the mainland to the island out here. The island itself used to be bigger, but the flooding has washed away a lot of it. It's more like a sandbar. But you do see coming into view, you can see the boathouse and a large dock that would be perfect for the Sea Ghost on the southern bank. And then the house itself is up on top of a bluff. So you got definitely probably a good 20, 30 feet from the bluff down to the sea level. So the city would have to have some real trouble before the mansion starts flooding.
Gotcha.
Once we get someone to be in charge of this branch, get a few Avengers, get them trained up. Bam! There's our first mission. Figure out why the city's flooding. That's a good first mission, right?
Yeah, sounds good to me. But so as you guys get draw closer on the gondolas towards the southern shore, toward the docks, you can look up at the house, and you see it's a large 2-story building. It looks like it's seen its fair of like hurricanes and coastal storms, although like it's mainly intact. But the wood sides, as you kind of like make your way up the beach, and you see the wood siding's all like rotted out, and there's like a lot of boards that are kind of hanging off the sides of the place, and all of the windows are completely boarded up. And the only signs of life that are kind of around the sad house is just comes from like a bunch of crows that are just cawing up on top of the roof. And for lack of a better word, when you look up to the roof, you see these massive holes where the roof was, and all you see is like the trusses and the supports and the beams across there. So most of the roof has been blown off by hurricane winds.
I just take a big old deep breath. Home sweet home.
It's a bit of a fixer-upper.
But let me just give you a little zoom in here.
For not being underground, Snarler, I think this looks pretty good.
Hopefully this one doesn't have vampires in it.
So you guys are on the southern shore of this map. But so when you start walking up the beach, you do see that this house is huge. It's a big house, 2 stories. And you see there's these ominous-looking gargoyles that are perched over on like all around the perimeter of this of the house. And they're kind of looking over anybody who's approaching.
Are their eyes moving?
Make a perception check.
Been around a couple of statues.
So
No,
I wishes he had magic mouth.
Yeah, they just look like statues from where you are. But yeah, as you approach the front of the place, you do see that there's a large rotted porch. So like you see just above the porch, there's a set of double doors that are sitting at the end of this. Once you could tell this was like a beautiful like wraparound porch, but now it's just like all rotted and there's missing planks everywhere, and it just looks like a ugly looking eyesore basically. But
Is this like a fence, or is that just the edge of the porch?
that's just the edge of the porch. But so yeah, here's the door here. I'm looking in the wrong spot. But like as you guys are kind of like standing up there on the porch, trying to find some like good footing to walk up on, you notice that all the windows are boarded up.
Wait, Snoddlers doesn't remember the vampires. Would they board the windows so the sun wouldn't get in?
It's a fair assessment. They would also board it up if this is an abandoned building.
So they're vampire abandoned.
I will try the door.
So Vittoris, as you walk up to the door, you look as you go to grab the handle, and you look down at the foot of the doors, and you see these strange faded runes that are kind of painted across the bottom of the door and the just below the door on the walkway itself. It's like faded old paint.
Do I think they're magical at all?
Go ahead and make an intelligence check, just straight up intelligence.
Sorry, that's a saving throw. My bad.
Snoddlers is trying to like pull the board off one of the windows to peer in to see if there's vampires.
Okay, so Snoddlers, as you like get closer to the windows, you also see some strange faded like markings on the windows themselves too, on the boards. Vittoris, you look at these things, and you do look. You can kind of think that they could be definitely magic, or more so like ritualistic.
Stadlers, I got strange mage writing.
Snoddlers thinks he sees it too.
So Snoddlers, you take a look at it, and you definitely these look like some definitely some runes that what would you get, 28? These definitely appear to be some sort of like imprisonment spell.
Snoddlers thinks if you go first, it'll be fine. No. Snoddlers is kidding. Snoddlers is kidding. Our enemies should go first. I was just joking, but I realized that you may not get the joke. Snoddlers.
It is Runestone Island now. Why doesn't Mr. Runestone go first?
No, I like Hobby.
Wow.
Snoddlers think. Snoddlers tries to like reassess if it was not subtle enough. Snoddlers thinks these are some type of imprisonment spell. So,
Did your girlfriend give us a fucking haunted house?
Listen, we can burn this motherfucker down for all I care.
Wow.
Snoddlers has an idea.
Nope.
I just want the island.
So, Snoddlers is going to actually use one of his hat of vermin charges and summon the rat, and then throw the rat on the glyph.
Okay, all of a sudden a rat appears. You throw it down there, and the rat lands on the ground, and it just scurries off, and it like goes down through one of the holes, missing holes in the floor, and it just disappears.
Our house has no roof. The forge is rotting, and now we're gonna have rats.
Well, Snoddlers thinks we only have rats if we have more than one, so he summons another rat and throws it at another glyph.
Same thing. This rat, you throw it, it kind of bounces off the wall. It's like scurries towards Vittoris' feet, and then it kind of freaks out, and it just like runs along the porch and jumps off into the beach.
Well, see, Snoddlers is trying to give us rats, but that one ran the wrong direction. So Snoddlers is just going to deal with it.
Well, good news. I mean, it's not like the island's that massive. He'll eventually find the house. I knock on the door.
All right.
I like
Snoddlers like leans in, like expecting vampires.
They're not gonna. They're vampires. They're not gonna open the door. It's broad daylight.
Snoddlers
Right?
don't understand why anyone would open the door. It's decrepit. Like, even Snoddlers understands that doesn't make sense.
You said something's in prison.
Yep. This is why Snoddlers likes Hoppy.
Do you guys want me to go in? This is my fucking house. I'll go up in there. If anything happens, Snoddlers, burn it down.
Snoddlers is ready. You see like a little fireball in his hand.
So Vitoris, you knock on the door and nothing happens.
Assumed as much.
So now there's you fire up this little fireball in your hand. Make a perception.
Wait, actually, can I out the side of my mouth, can I say, hello, who is it?
Yeah. So Vitoris, make an insight check. You got to beat 14. So as you turn around and you see Snothers making a voice.
All right, so I imagine because he did it so well, I actually said it in Undercommon. Like, I just made the mistake.
Snothers,
Didn't make a voice. It was just your regular voice.
No. Snoddlers made the voice, but it was like completely in another language that makes no sense, and it's like obvious it was Snoddlers.
Snothers, make a perception check while you're out there standing on the porch.
Snoddlers is best stat.
All right. So for a second you thought you heard a noise, but you're none the wiser, and you're Salvatore to press on.
Yeah, it's probably just a local superstition.
Is there a chance that these glyphs are not trigger glyphs, but like, because we went over the glyphs of the buildings and the water spells. Does this have the same vibe?
Oh, okay.
Or-
So here, let me go ahead and make an intelligence check for this. Okay, so by looking at these glyphs, Snothers, you kind of get the vibe that you've seen this similar writing, and it's you've seen it in the Magus Guild. Not necessarily the same glyphs, but like the same style. It's definitely like a language.
Would you say the same penmanship, or do you mean like what do you mean by style?
Like the same characters, but in different arrangements. Like you don't see the exact same things because you saw some stuff at the Magus Guild and you learned some ways that they do things. But you definitely get the same vibe from the way that these glyphs are arranged. That it feels like the handiwork of the Magus Guild.
Yeah, Snoddlers does think that the watchful order of the Magus and Protectors and Badasses might have been involved with this. So I would be careful, because Snoddlers does want to remind you guys that the water is kept here by, Magus and Protectors and Badasses. So, like, someone might be messed up here. Like, just be careful.
Do you think if we go in there, we're going to be in the imprisonment spell, and we can't get out?
I mean, that's part of the problem, right? Like, are those glyphs locking you there, or are those glyphs going to trigger? Snoddlers thinks they're not going to trigger because the rat didn't trigger it, but Snoddlers can't be sure. We'll know when Vitoris goes in.
I can go in if you'd rather.
The Taurus will attempt to very quietly open the door.
All right. So as you go to reach for the door, you realize you go to turn the handle, and the doorknob actually just breaks off in the rotted wood, and the door just swings open a little bit. And you poke your head in there, and you look in and you see what looks like this massive entryway, like a foyer. And inside this big room, you kind of look up and you see through these giant holes in the ceiling that there's about 15 feet up. You see the beams for the second floor, and up through there you can see up through to the sky. You're definitely going to need a new roof on this joint. But you look around and in here, you kind of like your eyes focus a little bit, as the light kind of comes down through, and you see two large statues in the middle of this room.
Ooh, statues. Those have always gone well. No movement in there.
No, you don't see any movement, but you see this literally it's just like a massive empty room from what you can see. But the flooring is this immaculate tile work. It looks like this beautifully finished like slate floor. There's definitely like a layer of dust on it. Like you can tell like nobody's been here in a very long time. You could probably see too on the other end of the room with the amount of light that's actually passing through there because it's so early. You see a doorway on the other side of the foyer.
Taurus is going to take a big deep breath and then step across.
All right, I need you to make a. No, I'm just kidding. So you walk into this room as the door swings open, and you hold your breath for a second, and you look in this place. This first floor is actually like very beautiful looking place, even though there's no roof or anything. It's this massive room, and the floors are in like really nice shape, other than the fact that there's dust and like mud and shit everywhere from bird shit and everything else that's been flying around in here. These two gargantuan humanoid-looking statues are in the room. You see now that the room opens up, and you not only do you see a couple of doors that are closed, but you also notice the long hallway that heads off down into the dark now. You can probably see a little bit of that.
I'll try to put my hand across the runes.
Yeah, as you put your hand across the runes, you feel like a little bit of it's like coming up off the floor, like it was definitely painted or physically put on the floor, probably quite some time ago, many years ago.
Well, I meant like my hand passes through fine though.
Yeah, like you walked right across them, like they're physically like a couple inches wide, or like painted all over the floor, all over like the baseboards. But yeah, you pass through them, nothing seemed to have happened, and you like put your hand back out through the door, and it's not like you feel like you're trapped inside there.
Oh, once my hand's through the door, I'll motion everyone inside.
Snodler's like exceptionally cautious. Is he worried?
Snothers might be a little worried, yes. Obviously,
Yeah.
Something is up.
Before I go in, I look over just to see if Snodlers is gonna burn the place down or not.
Nope, Snodler's looks just like cautiously concerned.
And I'll slowly head in behind everyone.
Always at the back.
As soon as I get inside, I want to cast Divine Sense.
All right, go ahead and post that up.
Alright.
Also known as something's in here. Can he detect it?
Yeah.
What's the range of this?
And what types again?
Oh, we also need a ranger.
But yeah, as you guys walk in, you see these massive statues. You get a good look at them now as like beams of light come down through like the missing holes in the roof and stuff, and they're shining in these statues, and you see that they're mostly covered in bird shit.
What is this?
Can I tell what they are, or like what they're statues of?
Just by looking at it without making any checks and stuff, they look like pretty much non-descriptive humanoids. They don't have a whole lot of facial features. But what is interesting about them is they look like they're wearing some sort of clothing that you, Vitoris, probably have never seen before. But Hector, you probably looking at these have noticed some of this clothing is reminiscent of some of the clothing that they would wear in the city of Freya. It looks a little bit more like Egyptian style, like.
Gotcha. So close, kind of closer to the garbs that I typically wear then.
Yeah, and it's similar to like I said, I guess you would say like a more of like an ancient Egyptian pharaoh style, like I don't know what you call them, like head wraps and clothing. But okay, so in Kolos, as you enter, you definitely get this feeling of dread, and you can smell the stench of evil on the air, and you almost feel like something is blowing from down that hallway, and you can feel it emanating right into your face.
Super. So I'll let the group know. There's something evil down that hallway.
That's not a glyph. But Snodlers is very confused. Is plaster on this? And he goes up to the statue and like touches it with his finger and licks it.
And everybody just watches you just lick bird shit.
And that's how the pandemic started.
Nah.
That's only if I eat the bird.
I got a quick question. I can cast planar binding. Are those runes typical of that spell, or is it something different?
Post it. Let me read it.
I don't have it prepared today, but it is. It's quite long.
Awesome.
Never heard that before.
Yeah, I mean, you would probably go ahead and roll an Arcana check yourself.
All right.
Right?
So basically, you can get the gist that this spell is similar in design to what these glyphs are attempting to do.
Did he fade out again?
I thought it was
Yeah.
me.
He poofed.
You guys can hear me? Hello?
No,
you got
Oh, we got you now.
Here now.
Oh.
You just faded out mid sentence.
I mean, I wouldn't call that a fade. It was more like it just disappeared.
I wonder if something's going on with my mic, because
Or your button.
My internet's all jacked up tonight, and Roll20 is like super laggy. So.
maybe that's what it is. I have my mic. I just felt like it's not registering. Well, so yeah, so just with that roll, yeah, you can kind of feel that it's the runes or like the glyphs, the writing around the room is similar in this fashion where it's trying to bind something to this plane.
Okay.
And Kolos, also with your divine sense, you definitely get the sense that there's some undead entities within a good 60 feet of you. You feel this presence that's just kind of moving all around.
Super.
All right. Go do an exorcist, I guess. Or an exorcism. I don't know. Whatever.
So how many vampires were in the mansion? 300 in the other mansion?
That's supposedly. We've only found one so far. So there's 299 left.
That's probably where they are then. All right, so yeah, you guys are in this.
Well, we killed one in the.
There's probably. I think it actually went up to like 1,000 vampires at one point.
Oh yeah.
All right, so you guys are all in this main foyer area. The building itself does have like an eerie feeling, even to you guys that aren't like magically attuned to feeling this. But the hair is definitely standing on the back of your necks, and you get this like a colder feeling throughout this building.
Wonder if she gave us this place on purpose. I don't think that Snoddler's girlfriend likes us.
I don't know why I keep saying that. Snoddlers wasn't even there for the entire night. Some of you had a sleepover. Snoddlers didn't have a sleepover with her.
We didn't literally sleep in her room.
Well, you keep acting like Snoddlers did. Snoddlers wasn't even there.
It's just because you two keep making eyes at each other.
Javi looks at me all the time. Like, what do you mean? Snoddlers is very confused about how this works.
I look at you because I fear you.
Well, Snoddlers appreciates that. I fear you too. Snoddlers now thinks that's like a term of endearment.
I fear you.
Yuri fears everything. I put my ear to this door. Do I hear anything behind it?
Make a perception check.
Dun-dun-dun. Oh, I'm good at these. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not hearing much.
I open the door.
All right, yeah, the door, no lock on or anything. It opens up into a pretty plain looking room, but you do notice that the flooring in this room is very like excellent. It's like this really nice wood. It's like mahogany, like wood in a herringbone pattern. This place was definitely in its heyday. It was, very, very posh. But this room opens up into, you see like a table, kind of off to the side of the room, and on the table there's still cards that are that had been dealt out. Again, there's like a thick layer of dust on the table and bird shit everywhere. The ceiling, though, however, in this place looks a little bit more intact. There's like a few holes, small holes, but nothing like the foyer where it's just like massive holes in the ceiling. You also see to the southern part of this room, there's a closet, and then another door to the western part of the room. Let me reveal it.
This place has good flooring. So I slowly make my way into this room. The table just had cards and stuff on it.
Yeah, there's a table, chairs, a bunch of cards, and some like poker chips on the table.
Can I tell who was winning?
Sure, the guy on the left is winning.
Perfect.
Do I notice anything strange about the closet?
You're not in it. Heyo.
No, it's just, just by looking at it, it looks like just a regular closet, like a janitorial sort of closet.
I open the door.
All right, so you open the door, and first thing you see is on the back of the door. It kind of startles you for just a second as you open it up, and there's a brown cloak hanging from the back of the door. But you realize it's definitely a worn-looking cloak. And in the corner of the room, you see a wicker basket on the floor. It's got a bunch of folded blankets piled up inside of it. Also, inside the closet, hanging up on the back wall, is a light crossbow. And next to it in a little satchel is 8 crossbow bolts. And they are +1 crossbow bolts. You look at them, you can tell these are some very fancy-looking bolts.
Definitely put those in the quiver or the crossbow case, and probably put the light crossbow. I'll leave the light crossbow there. But those are definitely going in the case. You said 8 of them?
You got 8. All right, so what the rest of you guys are doing is Vitoris is in the closet.
God damn it.
Hoping that Vitoris doesn't come out of the closet.
Just ogling Vitoris in the closet.
I want to peer down the hallway as far as I can see, but not walk down the hallway.
Right, so you can probably see the whole length of the hallway. So as you look down the hallway, it's darker down here than any of the house that you've seen so far. Let me see here. So the one thing you do notice as you're looking on the along the walls of this long hallway, at the very end of the hallway, there's a singular door. There's there's several doors and a set of stairs on the right-hand side of this hallway. In between the stairs and the doors, you see there is several portraits hanging on the wall. They go like the length of the hallway, all the way down towards the door. Let me reveal her. You guys still hear me?
Yep.
Like my roll 20 is just not working. Reveal, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, everything's been wicked laggy on.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Oh, we got a sliver.
That's all I got here. Just a little sliver there. All right, here we go. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, so the hallway goes down. You see portraits along the wall. There's a set of stairs that you see that's tucked off to the right. Then there's some doors down here. There's a door over here.
Is there anything that stands out about the portraits?
From where you are, no.
I'm going to hold off on going down the hallway.
Okay. We'll come back to you then. What are the rest of you guys doing?
Excellent question. I'm probably gonna move with the Taurus actually. Be in this room here.
Okay.
Keep an eye out on stuff.
Check out these awesome bolts I found.
Nice.
I'll poke my head out and say we should take it room by room.
Just gonna ask Kolos. Are you thinking about going down that hallway, Kolos?
Yeah, but seeing as this is where the evil's coming from, I'll wait for you guys to be ready.
Megler, what are you doing?
I'm ready to go down the hallway, just for the record.
I'm pretty much prepared to go down the hallway with these other two guys.
Yeah, all right. Then. I'll show you the way, Kolos, and we'll follow behind.
Alright. I'll just go up to the first door. I think you said it was right there.
Yep.
And I'm just going to open it. Not try to be stealthy about it or anything.
Okay.
Cautious.
Yeah, so you grab the handle and you open this door, and it opens up to... Let me try to not reveal too much here. So, by the way, you also walked by the stairwell, and up the stairs you can see the stairs are partially like missing halfway up towards that second floor, and you can see like the broken timbers and things that are kind of hanging off the roof. So you can kind of get the idea that the second floor is pretty jacked up looking. But yeah, as you make your way into this door, you look in and you see suits of armor that are wrapped around the room. Each one of these suits of armor have a different type of weapon in its hands. It's like one of them has the one in the middle has a spear. The ones around the edges have swords in their hands. And where'd my Google Doc go? Then you also notice in the center of the room there is a large stone pedestal. On top of the pedestal, there's this large red crystal orb, and it's kind of resting on top of these metallic tracks that kind of come up at a little bit of an incline.
Sonos would like to go and investigate to see if there's a dragon on it.
Okay. All right, so now there's this pedestal is probably a good 4 feet high, where the orb is up on top of that. So
cool. I would like to jump to see if I can see the top of it.
All right. Yeah, so you easy enough though. You kind of climb up, shimmy up, and you jump up to the top, and you have this red orb that you're kind of like, I can picture. So now there's like holding on to the upper lip of this pedestal, and you get your head like like a little chin up, and this orb is right in front of you.
So do I see any dragon on it?
There's no dragon on it. It looks like a smooth red orb. Possibly glass or like polished gem stone.
Snarlers gets disappointed and sits back down and like sits down on the stairs.
Hector has flashbacks to the heart.
It was a very similar situation.
Not going in that room if Snarlers is in there.
Me and Hector were in there last time.
I'm gonna try to refresh my roll 20 real quick.
We'll do the same actually. It's acting pretty giddy.
I'm not liking it.
Others, you didn't want that orb?
Snodulus is looking for an orb with an expensive thing with a dragon on it.
Okay. I'll keep an eye out for you.
Snodulus appreciates it.
All right, so yeah, you stand here, Kolos, and you're looking around at all these suits of armor. There's a pedestal with the orb on it in the center, but other than that, it doesn't look like there's much else going on in this room.
Alright, I'm going to go up to the next room then. Which I'm pretty sure was right there. And same thing, I'm just going to open the door.
All right, beautiful. So you open this door up. As soon as you open this door up, you get this like really cold sensation. And you open the door, and it opens up to this massive dining room. The dining room is centered underneath this large, elaborate chandelier. The dining room table has got a good, 6-8 table or chairs. It fits quite a few people. And let me see if I can reveal all this without jacking everything up. Roll 20, you're just being so laggy.
I took a peek up the stairs on my way up the hallway and had flashbacks of my fat ass falling in the other mansion.
No.
And I was just thinking to myself, fuck that. I'm not going up there. Fuck that.
So, Kolos, you look into this room and you see that this is a large dining room. It's below this. There's a large, masterful table underneath this big chandelier. The walls around the dining room have several large paintings on them. Looks like, from where you can see, they look kind of dark and muted colors. You get this strange feeling as you open the door, as this like kind of cold breeze rushes in, and all of a sudden you feel something kind of like rush into your being as it just passes through you, and you hear this kind of almost evil kind of chuckle kind of ring out. So let's roll for initiative here.
Oh boy.
Oh, it's gonna be one of those nights.
Oh, don't forget you still have the shield too.
Yeah, I made my character in D&D Beyond, and it actually does it.
Nice.
So. Same thing with my perception checks. It's giving me advantage on those too.
Nice.
All right, so yeah, you don't know what, you don't see anything, but you definitely hear some sort of cackling noise as like you feel this air kind of rush through you, Kolos. But when that happens, Snothers, you also hear the cackle. And so technically, Snothers, you're up first to act.
Does the cackle sound like it's in the next room?
Yeah, you can hear it. It was loud enough to hear that it sounds like it's down the hallway in the next room.
All right, so Bowers is going to run out and start running to the next room. And then he's going to dodge because I don't know what the fuck else to do.
All right, Kolos.
I'm just going to walk into the room and then just ready in action if anything comes within range of me. Enemy comes within range of me. I'm going to swing.
Anything. Nice.
With the elemental longsword.
Nice. Okay, I like it. All right, Hector, you're in the hallway. Yeah, you definitely are close enough, and you hear this noise, and it's pretty loud, cackling from the dining room.
I'll just say, what the hell's so funny? Like, kind of loud, walk in. About there. Take a look around. Any sort of, is there light in here, or is it pretty dark?
This room is pretty dark, so I don't know. The roof is pretty much intact in here, so it's dark.
Okay. I will bonus action. Use my wild shape to transform into let's go archer form this time. Haven't done that in a while. And then that will cause me to give off a glow for 20 feet bright light, I believe, in it 40 foot dim light.
Nice.
And just take a look around, see if there's anything I can see.
All right, so you look around through the room, and you're not seeing anything other than now you're seeing a better view of these paintings. And the paintings on the wall, you notice that they look like they're paintings of these large, like dark forests and stormy nights and like storms at sea. Nothing very cheerful for a dining room. It's definitely things that look very, very dreary.
Gotcha. Yeah, I just take the dodge action in my turn.
Okay.
Or, well, I guess I'd equip my shield, so I probably wouldn't have had that out, so I'll just equip my shield that turn.
All right, so at that point, Kolos, you feel that something comes rushing into you. All of a sudden, this force you feel try to slam into your body. The 22 to hit.
That hits.
All right, so you take 6 force damage and go ahead and make your elemental longsword attack. So as all of a sudden is this thing, you don't see it, it just kind of like appears in front of you for a second, blasts into you, feel its energy just hit you in the chest, and you see this spectral force just kind of appear for a second as this like ghostly face appears in your face, and you swing the longsword and make contact with this. Go ahead and roll some damage.
14.
For 14.
I'm not going to smite.
All right, at this point you see this thing just kind of, it goes, "Ah!" and it just cackles and disappears back into the darkness.
Hug. Oh, sorry.
Right, Meglar.
All right, did Meglar hear the laugh?
Yeah, Meglar, you hear the laugh as you're walking down this hallway that's got paintings all along one wall.
All right, Meglar just gets curious and wondering who the hell's laughing. So he just makes it his way over towards the room. And it doesn't look like he could really go, actually.
Oh, so the door is where these double doors are down here. So you probably could enter the room.
Okay. Where are the double doors?
These things are doors right here. The big
Right here?
thing, the big things are stairs. So yeah, these two things here are the doors.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'm just gonna enter the room and take the dodge action.
All right. Yeah. So as you enter the room, you see Kolos. He's just finishing his swing as something just spooked the shit out of him, and he smacked it.
He looks confused at Kolos. He goes, "What's wrong with you, Kolos? You look like you've seen a ghost."
There's something flying around in here.
All right. So Begler ends.
All right. So that's Vitoris.
Walk into about here. Pull out my crossbow, and I will cast light on it.
All
Because
right.
it is dark in here, right?
It is dark in here, and it lights up to this beautiful dining room. The dining room is actually in really good shape. It's not all full of dust and debris and gross.
Very nice. And that'll be it for my turn.
All right. So then that all of a sudden, Hector, as you're stealing or as you're kind of rushing into this room, you did you ready an action or you just took the dodge action?
I just equip my shield.
Okay. Yeah, so all of a sudden, as you kind of walk into the room, you feel something like slam into your back with a 15 to hit.
Misses.
All right, and then for a second there, as this thing pushes you, you almost feel like these spectral hands grab your shoulders.
Mm.
All right, King Runestone.
I'm just going to come in the room. As I'm walking in there, get my shield out and my sword ready, and that's all I can do.
All right.
At least I'm up in the room though now.
That's true. All right, go ahead, Snothers.
All right, I guess Snodlers is giving it a shot. Walking into the doorway. Is there anything that I can see from that doorway?
Nope. So you see Hector get shoved forward a little bit.
Looking into the room, like I'm sure it looks like pretty sweet and stuff, right? Like I have 120 feet of dark vision, I think.
Yeah, so you see clearly all the way around this room, and the room looks very ornate. It's got fancy oil paintings and sconces on the walls, and this super fancy chandelier hanging down. Again, this flooring at this place is really nice. The flooring guy did a great job.
Noise.
I like how on everyone's turn, it's a different aspect of how really nice this dining room is.
This place
I mean,
is sweet.
It's important to be that sweet, you know. I guess I will use my action to investigate to try to see if I can't see what's causing the noise. I don't know what else to do at this point.
So what you can do is go ahead and make an investigation check as you see at this point as you're kind of walking into the room. You see Hector get forcefully shoved. And for a second you see just behind Hector like this glimpse of this spectral figure floating through the air.
I assume that is my action.
No, I'll go ahead and you can probably have an action to make an attack at this thing at disadvantage.
Well, if I can see it, I'm going to try to mind sliver it.
Sure, go for it. Yeah, so you just get a glimpse of this thing.
So it has to make an int save.
All right.
With advantage, I guess, if you want to push that.
Being that it's like phasing from invisible to like barely visible, but it's psychic damage, so I'm gonna give you just regular for it. But it rolls a 12 anyway, so it's gonna take what's your damage? 11.
Nice.
Right. Anything else you want to do?
That is more than enough. My movement's gone. I have an action. I appreciate it.
All right, Kolos. Yeah, you're kind of standing in there, confused as something hit you, and you felt it like brush through you again and fly away.
All right. I'm going to do the same thing. Want to ready in action, swing with the elemental longsword.
All right. Hector, you're up.
Okay. I cast invisibility on myself.
Ooh, even the score.
Now we both are invisible.
And I'm gonna walk 10 feet straight north. Yeah, and I'm just gonna see what happens. I don't
Nice.
know how being invisible and also shedding light works. To be honest, I don't know if it like.
I feel like it negates it.
Yeah, I think so. I think the light would still be coming from your location.
That makes sense. So it would like know where I am, but hopefully have disadvantage on attacks. Against me.
Yeah, I mean, it still can't physically see you, but it knows your location. But
Yeah. Okay, that's good enough for me.
okay. All right, so Hector, as you kind of like walk off, I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
Oh.
No, actually, no. I'm sorry. Make a strength check.
Oh. Strength check or saving throw?
A strength check.
Well, it's not gonna go well. Oh.
So all of a sudden, Hector, as you like turn yourself invisible, for a second you start feeling yourself levitate off the ground. You get about 6 inches off the ground, and like this invisible force just lets you go, and you drop down, and nothing happens. All right, Meglar.
All right, so Meglar definitely notices that there's something going on around here, so he's just gonna get his great sword out and ready in action.
What action would that be?
Hug.
The great sword.
So you're going to great sword it. Gotcha.
Yep.
Did he say a hug?
Yes, a hug. Okay, Vitoris. You guys still hear me? Hello?
Visible, right?
Can you hear me? Vitoris?
Hey, he's back.
Hey.
I don't know where I went.
It's not visible, right?
No, it's not visible.
I will hold my action, and as soon as it's visible, assuming is that I'm going to shoot them, or attempt to. Hopefully they're not in the middle of someone, because I'm just going to take the shot anyway.
All right, so yeah, we'll have you hold an action. If you get a glimpse of this thing, you're going to take a shot. I like it.
And that'll be it for my turn.
Right, so Meglar, all of a sudden you see a chair like lift up from the dining room table and gets thrown in your direction, and it hits you for 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
That's it. So it's Yuri's turn.
So I'm gonna move over here, just so I'm not tempted to run back out the door. I want to take my axe and like bang on my shield. Would that count as my action?
Yeah, I'll give you a free action for that. Yeah, you bang on your shield, make a little noise.
Kind of like trying to goad them, kinda. Bring the attention to me. And take dodge action.
Okay. Right. So now there's.
Snarler's gonna walk in the room.
All right. So at this point, Snarlers, you don't see anything. These things have gone completely invisible. Last you would have seen is a chair just pick up off the dining room table and just get thrown at Megler.
What a dick. I don't think I have. Wait. I'm going to lift up my gem of seeing and say its command word.
All right. So all of a sudden, these things become completely visible. You see a creature. This spectral form. It looks like definitely some sort of ghost, and it's near. One of them's right near Hector, and there's another one that's right next to Meglar.
All right, I'm literally going to burn my reaction and say it's over there, and not point.
All right.
And that's my turn.
Okay, Kolos.
Because I have nothing that can see invisible things, I'm just going to ready another action.
All right, ready for something hits you. You're gonna smash it in the face.
Yep.
All right, Hector, back towards the corner, and you hear Snarlers yell out over there. So you assume he can see him now, but you're still not seeing anything.
Gotcha. Damn. Yeah, I'm gonna. I don't know. So move over here a bit. Farther away. Come on. There we go. Yeah, I don't have anything to do. I'm just gonna chill for now.
All right. All right. So all of a sudden, Kolos, you feel this thing swoop down from the opposite side of you, and it's going to try to hit you with a natural 20. So that is a total of 28 points of force damage. Then go ahead and make your attack now. As this thing, like, all of a sudden it just flashes in front of you. Go ahead and make a swing on it.
Gene?
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Alright, I'm going to expend a charge of the elemental longsword.
Okay.
For 1d4 plus 1. And so 5. And then I will do a level 1 smite for 2d8. So another 5. So 21 total.
All right. So the elemental longsword. What was the damage to that bonus damage that you roll on it? What kind of damage is it?
Oh, I'm gonna pick fire. It's either fire, lightning, cold, or acid. So I'm gonna pick fire.
All right. So you see the fire kind of fizzle out in air, but at the same time, as you bring the smite down of your god, all of a sudden you see this. Yeah! You see this thing scream, and all of a sudden this explosion of light in the middle of the air, and this thing sounds like it's dead.
Good.
Right, so that was its turn, and your action. Okay, so that's Meglar's turn.
Now only Snadlers can see the other one, right?
Right.
Okay. Well then. I guess I'm just gonna sit and just hold my action.
All right, Vittoris. So yeah, so you would have saw that thing for a split second as Acolas like brought his sword through it and destroyed it, but I doubt you would have wanted to let your bolt go at it.
Oh, I'm not gonna use one of the shiny new ones.
No.
I gotta save that for later. I'll move a little closer to the chair and rinse and repeat. Hold action. If one shows up, I will attempt to shoot it.
All right, sounds good to me. Let's see. So now Snothers, I need you to make a strength check.
Strength? No, this isn't good. Wait, strength check. Sorry.
Yeah, just a
Let's
strength.
get athletics.
I was gonna say I only rolled an 8. It's a contest, but you rolled a 2. So all of a sudden, Snothers, you feel yourself getting picked up, and
Oh.
and you get launched 30 feet up in the air. It just boom, you bounce off the ceiling, and fall to the ground, taking 3d6 for the damage.
What's the damage, boss?
The damage is 4.
No!
Look at that. 2. I rolled a 2, a 1, and a 1.
Alright, Snodlers is now prone. Just got launched around like a rag doll.
But Vittoris, you can take a disadvantage shot as you see Snodlers get lifted up like something is like flying him up into the sky.
Ooh, disadvantage.
I mean, you don't know exactly where it is, but you can assume it's near Snodlers. Oh, nice. 14 is enough to hit this thing, so go ahead and roll some damage.
8.
Oh,
Do I get sneak attack?
Because you're within 5 feet of it? Yeah, sure.
No. There we go. Then 24.
Nice. Yeah, that's enough to kill this thing. As all of a sudden you feel like you blast through this thing, and it's just a flash of light, and as Snodlers falls to the ground. And then the room goes quiet a little bit.
I take a quick swipe with my axe and just shout out, I think I hit one.
No.
Snodlers,
I think I did.
Snodlers picks up his head and looks in that direction. Is there anything there?
Yeah, you look around the room and you don't see anything now.
Snodlers think you must have killed it.
I'm going to drop my wild shape, but maintain my invisibility and run behind Yuri and just shove him into the table a little bit.
A little bit. Yuri might like it if you pin him over the table.
No, shove. Totally different.
It's a ghost.
Oh.
Give him a shove and just keep running.
Of course our new house is haunted. Why wouldn't it be haunted?
It's either haunted or vampires. I mean, what the hell?
Oh my god, these could actually be vampire ghosts.
Oh, snap. I wish I thought of that.
You still did.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
I say we keep clearing the lower floor. Work our way up.
Before we leave, I'm going to touch myself. The yellow.
Oh.
Because for some reason, they actually like to hit me.
Yeah, somehow they were hitting. Those freaking guys are rolling good. Except for the damage on Snodlers falling.
Yeah.
How do you roll 2, a 1, and a 1?
I don't know, but I liked it.
Well, yeah, I get it.
All right, want to go down the hall, into the hall, and go down that one, or you want to go up the stairs? Or are these stairs broken as well?
Yeah, the stairs, the top of the stairs, it looks like broken timbers and It's definitely not very easy-looking travel to go upstairs, if at all, if it's even accessible.
Gotcha. How high up is it from the floor? About 30 feet, you said?
So the ceilings are about 15 feet to the ceiling, or from the floor to the ceiling.
Okay.
Was there any other doors on the left side of this hallway?
Any doors on the left side of the hallway?
Yeah, I can't remember.
Nope. Oh yeah. There. Actually, sorry. There was a door up at the end of the hallway. So you got the door at the end of the hallway, and there's a door like in the corner there. And then down here these were all just the paintings. There's like a whole bunch of portraits on the wall.
Alright.
Got to get a picture of me up on the wall.
I'm just gonna stand here by this door and wait for everybody to come out. Once everybody's in the hallway, I'll open the door again.
All right. So what are the rest of you guys doing then?
Stacking up, slice this pie.
I guess Snarlers is walking around with his little ring or thingy, seeing if anything's over there for funsies.
All right.
If I see anything awesome,
Did-
walking
I
around with
don't,
that monocle.
I don't know if you guys saw or not, but there's also, I can't tell if I revealed it, but there's doors in the northern part of this room and the eastern part of the room. I don't know if my reveal went far enough.
No, we didn't see that.
Oh, you can barely see that there's a door down the hallway. You gotta really want it there.
Yeah, I thought those were the. You said there was like pictures hanging on the wall. I assumed that's what those were. I didn't realize they were doors.
Yeah, let me see here if I can go just a little bit more. Yeah, so those are the doorways. If you wanted to go that way.
What do you guys want to do? Do you want to explore off the dining room or down the hall?
It's not a list things we should do all of them. I mean, it's our house, right?
Eventually, but where are we
Oh,
going
no.
first?
See what's up.
Hallway? Alright.
All right, I'm going to go out into the hallway then. Are these doors too?
Those are portraits.
These are the portraits?
Yeah, so where you're standing from, you guys get a better look at these portraits too. And it looks like there are several portraits on the hallway. It looks like the portraits are the same three individuals. So as you guys are kind of like spread out through the hallway, you notice that it's the same three people, but they're in like different locations and they're in different poses. They're all wearing Magus Guild robes. They have the same brooch that Snothers has himself now. It's a woman and two men, and the portraits, like I said, they're in different like exotic looking locations.
Hmm.
It's a mystery.
And actually, who was closest to checking them out? It looks like Patoris.
Yeah, I'll take a gander at him.
All right, go ahead and make an investigation check if you're a little bit closer. All right, so Vitoris, as you kind of like walk by and you're looking at some of these things, you notice that the paintings, again, they have the same people in them, but there's something peculiar about them. Like in one picture, you see it's one man and one of the guys and the woman are holding hands, but in a different picture, it's the woman and the other guy holding hands.
Well, that's a weird throuple. Got it.
Too bad we didn't ask who owned this place before us.
Probably would have been a good idea. All right, Kolos, whenever you're ready.
Alright, I'm going to go through the door.
All right, so you're going through the door at the end of the hallway?
Yep.
All right, cool. All right, so you open this door, and it opens up into pretty massive room, and as you look around in this room, it has no windows. It does have a door to the south and a door up top to the east. But what really stands out in this room, as you're kind of looking around, it's you see there's a large circle in the center of the room. It looks like painted on the floor with some sort of similar glyphs and symbols. And also, even more peculiar is around these circles are 5 of these very large statues, similar to the ones that were in the beginning in the entry room into the mansion. And they look like they're kind of all facing the center of the room, facing each other towards that circle. The only other thing you notice that is on the walls, again, there's several paintings all throughout this room along the walls. So let me reveal it for you. Bear with me, this thing is like super janky.
I'm gonna walk up to the circle, but not like cross the threshold, and then call Snodlers over.
Snodlers rushes over excitedly, hoping it's a teleportation circle.
All right, Snodlers, go ahead and make an insight check.
Insight?
Yeah, go ahead and make insight. Because you're judging this off of what you've learned your day before. So you think it could be a teleportation circle, but the symbols are different from. No, I can't say that because even with what you rolled, the symbols look like they're the same symbols as what you've seen in the Mages Guild. So yeah, it looks like a teleportation circle to the Mages Guild.
This is exciting.
Staring at Snodler is trying to get a read on what he's thinking. But
I'm thinking this is this lets us go right to the mages, protectors, and badasses like house. It's pretty exciting. Who wants to walk?
Are you gonna claim this as your room?
No. This is I don't want everyone to be able to come in my room.
So how does it work? You just step in and you get teleported?
Well, honestly, I don't know. They have a really special one where it like hardcore links 2 different locations. But normally you just got to remember the circle or the runes, and you draw them out over the course of like a couple of minutes because you got to make them right. And then you get like 6 seconds to everyone jump in, and you all appear wherever it is. But they got some special shit going on. And we've already seen a whole bunch of really cool people with those awesome brooches on. So I assume that this is going right to the other tower. Like, who wants to walk? You know what I mean?
So now as you're saying all that, and you're kind of looking down, and you realize now at this point that, yes, it's the same symbols, but it looks like somebody like kind of painted over a lot of it, like adjusted the symbols on it, like tampered with the glyphs.
But it might go somewhere else. See, this one's just all wrong. It points like to a section that's just like a little bit weird.
And then Hector, or actually Vitoris, since you've been investigating these paintings, make a perception check. All right, so as you kind of like walk around the room and check out the other doors, you notice you walk by one of these paintings in the room, and you see the head of the Mages Guild, the old elvish guy that was like 800 years old, Anarun, the headmaster of the Mages Guild. He's in a portrait standing next to the lady of the house, the lady in the pictures, or in the other portraits.
Is this Anarun's old house? Maybe his ex-lover.
Scandalous.
I don't know. I just know this guy. I don't recognize a woman, right?
The only way you recognize her is just from the other paintings.
Gotcha. Anything about the statues?
Other than the fact that they look also similar, like Egyptian style. This Hector would point out that this is like the style of the city of Phria. These statues have the same garments on, but the faces and stuff are kind of muted. They're not like any particular likeness to anybody.
Gotcha. Shall we keep searching?
Sure. I'll go up to the store.
All right.
And I'll open it.
All right, so Kolis, you go up here and you open this door up to what looks like the servants' quarters. This very large mansion had you can kind of figure they had a lot of like wait staff, and as you open it up, there's good 4 or 6 beds in here, a wardrobe, a table, a few chests like foot lockers. It's quite a large room. It's nothing as fancy as the rest of the house, but nevertheless, it's another interesting looking room with a door leading back to the dining room.
And then there's no door leading over here.
No.
Just the one.
Yep.
Alright.
Did anyone step in this yet?
I am.
Snoddlers wouldn't recommend it, depending on where it goes to. We should do it after we fight and kill everyone.
Wait, Snoddlers, don't you have a rat hat?
Snoddlers looks offended. No, it's a magical rat of. It's a magical hat of vermin. Completely different.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. Magical hat of vermin.
Yeah, I mean, do you have a magical hat? No.
Well, summon one. Throw it in there. See if it works.
Only because I like you. Will I take your command? Snoddlers takes off his hat and summons summons one more rat and tosses it. The last one of the day, mind you.
All right, so you throw a rat and you like throw it right in the center of this circle,
Mm-hmm.
and the rat hits the floor, thud, and it looks confused and it scurries around. And it's looking for an exit, and it's literally running around the room towards each one of you.
Must not be the same circle.
I would assume you would need to activate it.
I mean, I agree in principle, but it's not kind of how they made it sound.
Well, we should finish searching the house.
At least so we know we can walk through there. I'll go down to this store.
Unless it's just specifically tuned not to do rats because there were so many here. And now there's 3 more.
There'd be rats floating all over the realm. All right, so Vitoris and Kolos, go ahead and make a perception check.
I get advantage on perception.
Okay. So as you stand by the door, Kolos, you definitely hear the sound of, like the faint sound of a woman crying.
First laughing, now crying.
Oh yeah, it's not a trap at all.
I'm just going to open the door.
All right. So you open this door into a very
Plus,
finely furnished room. This room looks like a living room. It's got very ornate Freehan style furniture. It's sitting around this large fireplace. You see a harpsichord. It's kind of on the eastern side of the room. Very large instrument. There's some ornate tables and things like that around here. This is a very fancy sitting room. In the middle of the room, you see this woman. She's about 20 feet off the not the ceilings are 15, so she's about halfway. So a good 5 feet off the ground. You see this woman kind of floating in air. She's got her hands over her face, and she's crying. But as you open the door, she looks at you, and you just hear her let out this horrifying scream. So you guys need to make Vitoris and Kolos. Yeah, you're within 30 feet. I need both of you guys to make a Constitution saving throw.
Ooh, a nice little 6.
You get +4 to that.
Oh,
10.
oh 10.
It does not look like my +4 got added, so I got 14.
Okay, so as soon as you guys open the door, she looks at you. She just starts screaming out in this sound of this wail, knocks you guys both unconscious.
Jesus.
Stallers takes a little step back.
And you see her floating. I gotta put her on her.
I don't see shit. I'm sleeping.
Stallers can wake you up with a fireball.
Please don't.
You can't say that. You're sleeping.
Right, so let's roll initiative.
Should have just burnt the house down.
Then it would have been pissed off ghosts.
Is that everybody? Yeah, alright. Alright, so yeah, you get knocked unconscious instantly, Kolos, and you feel your life force fading. Go ahead and make a death saving throw.
Oh.
Oh, so I'm at 0 health?
You're at 0.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you
I
guys.
thought I just got, knocked to...
No,
while
0
I'm
health
sleeping.
unconscious. This thing just.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't think that happened either. So fireball wouldn't wake you up. Got it.
Yeah, I mean, you could try.
It's only an automatic failure.
It's a dex save. You might be able to dodge it when you're knocked out.
Alright, so that's one success for Kolos. So that brings up Meglar. So the door opens. You heard a faint sound of a scream, and then you instantly just see Kolos and Vitoris just fall to the ground.
All right. Well, Meglar is gonna make his way over towards where the door is, and look inside the door to see what caused it.
Yeah.
Now he sees this thing, right?
Yeah, you see this woman, these robes, and she looks very similar to the woman that you guys see in the painting, and she's floating in the air, and she just this horrifying, frightening voice is just screaming, and she looks pissed. And actually, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, Meglar. So, Meglar, as soon as you take a look at this woman now, you are frightened at this horrifying vision of her.
Okay.
So, frightened.
Disadvantage on attacks, and you can't move closer to him, I believe.
Yeah, a frightened creature has a disadvantage on ability checks and attacks while the source of its fear is within line of sight. and you can't willingly move closer to the source of the fear.
Oh, I guess Meglar is going to end then.
Time to mind control you and push you forward.
Get in there, you big baby. All right, so I'm assuming you would end your turn not standing on Kolos, though.
Yep.
All right, so yeah, so you guys watch as Meglar opens the door, looks in there, and just freaks out, and turns around the corner, and he looks petrified. All right, go ahead, Hector.
All right, I'm going to use my second wild shape. Gonna go with the chalice form on this one.
And actually, before I forget, Meglar, you get to do the saving throw at the end of your turn. So go ahead and make the wisdom saving throw again.
Okay.
Hell
Oh
yeah.
boy.
Yeah, you're still frightened. Sorry. All right, so Hector, what were you doing? Chalice form?
Chalice form, and then why is Yuri there all of a sudden?
Where was Yuri?
I have no idea, but that's right.
I think I was right here.
Okay.
I was gonna say that's the spot I was gonna take out. Whoops. Man, this thing is so laggy tonight.
I know.
And I'm gonna go Cure Wounds on Kolos. Level 1. So you get 9 health back. And then
Remember?
use the whatever it's called for my wild shape to heal Vitoris.
Hector the healer. Hell yeah.
Saving everybody. Sorry, I forget how many. I don't think this upgraded yet. I guess next level. Yeah, 1d8 plus. Sorry, it's been a minute here. You're gonna get. Oh, that's not great. 6 health back for Taurus.
6 more than I had a second ago.
That's for sure.
It's my action, bonus action. I'm gonna back the fuck up for the rest of my movement to like there. Wait, I can't see her there.
Yeah, so you're out of her line of sight.
Come on. There we go. Done.
All right, so Vitoris, you are awake but laying on the floor.
I pick myself up. Wonder what the fuck just happened. I know she's in there, right?
Yeah, so at the same point when Kolos opened the door, you guys were both stacked up listening to the door, and as soon as you opened it, I think Vitoris would have gotten that glimpse of her.
Alright, well. Use steady aim and lean out or over the door and take a shot.
So are you not looking at her?
Yeah, I'll look at her.
All right, well, we got to make a wisdom saving throw then.
Oh, this is going to be great. 14?
All right, you pass. All right, you definitely pass. Nice.
And that is a 26
26 to hit. It's going to hit her.
for 28 points of damage.
Oh, snap.
And then I'm going to get back behind the door.
Smart move.
There's fucking blood rushing out of like my nose, ears, eyes. And that'll be it for my turn.
All right. Now you see some crazy shit going on up at that door, so.
I am going to be freaking out. I assume I have never seen any of these types of things before.
It's a fair assumption.
I'm going to run my ass backwards a little bit, and let's give it a saving throw.
Do you have to see it for that, Mind Sliver?
I'm pretty sure pretty much any spell, unless it's AoE. So I think I would have to target it.
Yeah, a creature you can see within range. All right, so let me check your. How far away are you? You might be just out of range. No, you're not. 45 feet.
Damn it.
All right, so you got to make wisdom saving throw.
Is it magic?
Horrifying visage.
If it's ability,
I
if
think
it
it's
doesn't say spell.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's an ability.
All right, wisdom. You said.
Yeah, wisdom saving throw.
Nice.
Yeah, so you
9.
pass. All right, so she's gonna make an intelligence save. Oh, she gets a 9.
Heck yeah.
All right, so she takes 8 points of psychic damage.
That's correct.
And she gets 1d4 for the next saving throw. All right, anything else you can do?
Nope. And now I think I'm completely out of range. We're good to go.
All right, Yuri.
So as much as I don't want to do this,
You're gonna help us?
I can get fucking roll 20 to work properly.
They're having a busy night.
Ain't shitting. I'm going to dash into the room.
Oh, damn.
Holy
Right up.
shit.
Right up to her. And I'm going to use my action surge so I can attack.
All right, so first make your wisdom saving throw as you rush in there.
Hopefully I don't fail. Wisdom, I don't know about that.
You seem super smart to me.
I appreciate that. 17.
Yeah, so you pass.
So nice.
Yeah, so you run in not afraid of this nasty undead-looking creature.
Use my action surge and jack back and swing for the fences.
All right. 23 is going to hit for 11 slashing damage.
And same thing.
All right, go for it.
25.
Oh, nice. So, Yuri, as you rush in there, not afraid of this thing, and boom, boom, 2 big hits, and you just see her go, ah! She screams out one last time as she just kind of like erupts into an explosive, like, explosion of like lights and like ectoplasm just shoots off all over the place, and she disappears.
Oh, you fuckers are never going to hear the end of this.
Because you finally did what you always say you do.
It's not gonna make. It's literally gonna make zero difference because even if you
Now it's true. That's the only
not
difference.
even in the room, you take credit for it.
Yeah, but now he did it for real.
I'm wondering what happened to the real Yuri. This is an imposter. It's a changeling pretending to be Yuri. The Yuri I know would never rush into the room.
He would have run
Yeah.
for the other door.
Yeah, but you don't know King Yuri.
This is Yuri's house.
Protecting my people. You're now my people.
This is my spot.
All right, so you rush in here, destroy this creature. The old owner of this house, you just sliced her in half, exploded her. She got her ghost guts all over your carpet. And you're standing in this fancy ass looking living room.
I'm gonna take a seat on my little throne right here.
That's a fireplace.
Look, he sits there.
It's kind of,
Fireplace.
yeah, that's the fireplace. Yeah, but this is like a fancy, like Egyptian looking couch and these chairs. There's
Right on the couch.
How's
Yeah.
Kolos' health anyway?
Gone.
Beglar's just gonna give him his potion of healing.
Well, before I take that, can we just take a short rest instead?
Yeah, you can. You guys are seemingly in a safe room at the moment.
You guys want to take a short rest in my den?
Snodulus is always up for running. Reading? Reading.
Keep your health potion, Megler. Thank you.
So the door to the south is ajar. So while you guys are taking a short rest, Snothers, you notice you get the glimpse of something that you absolutely love. You realize that there's a library in the room to the south.
So, ironically, Snodulus is not usually just interested in books unless they're like storytelling.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're more.
So
of a-
I don't know if it would really like entice me because these guys are just fucking mages, you know.
True.
Oh yeah,
I'll look at it later.
definitely no spell book.
Yeah, if it's a spell book, I'm in.
Oh,
Why
yeah.
would you have a spell book? You know, I'm waiting for the dead body of these people, and then I'll be excited.
All right, so yeah, you guys are taking a little short rest.
What's this thing here?
It's a harpsichord.
And what is that instrument?
Yeah, it's like a piano. Fancy ass piano.
Hell yeah.
I have no hit dice left.
Snodulus got hit for 4. Snodulus is fine.
Now I know how Vossen feels.
Yeah.
You didn't die.
Hey, Vossen.
Or died. You got like
No, he just gets knocked unconscious every combat. I don't know if he's ever been one shot before.
you good on health or you need some top off?
That should be alright.
When we can, well, when I can, I want to cast Divine Sense.
Okay, we'll give you guys a minute before you get back into it.
I don't know if you want me to post that again.
No, I was just curious on the range of it before. I think it was 60 feet.
Yep.
Alright, so you guys all healed up or whatever?
As much as I possibly can.
Alright, so Kolos, with your divine sense, you still feel this feeling of dread all around. The only problem is you're not able to like pinpoint on exactly where this is emanating from. But you feel like this room is very, very cold. Even colder than the dining room when you guys went in there.
We done with our short rest?
Yeah, I'm assuming you guys are done with your short rest now.
I'm gonna cast that on Yuri. It's only good for an hour, but you got some extra speed.
For running away. All right, so like as I explained, like you guys, even during your short rest, you saw that this door was ajar a little bit, and you see that there's a library to the south.
It's not there's books.
And I don't know if I revealed enough, but there's also a door on the right-hand side, the eastern side of the living room.
Let's not alerts know if any of them are memoirs or spell books. Otherwise, not alerts will just be chilling here for now.
What are on the shelves?
Yeah, so you start looking around. There's hundreds of books in here, but you kind of take a little while to kind of flip through them. You're seeing everything from like fiction novels to like some creepy things like books on the occult, including Study of the Abyss. You take a little while looking around. You're seeing like some really dark shit up in here. But you actually notice as you walk by the desk that's in the room. There's a book that's open on the desk, and it's open to a page that's describing how to create portals to the abyss. And you kind of sit there and you start looking at it for a second. It's kind of highlighted, or like it's underlined a section that says it goes on to note that that demons will find these portals and enter through them to come to the material plane. And those who welcome demons to the material plane seek to gain favor and power from demon lords.
Well, fuck. I don't know if I should tell Snodlers about this book.
I'll answer that for you.
Is that a no? What'd you say, Hector?
I said no.
Definitely not.
He likes poking at stuff sometimes.
What? Are you telling me I can't do something? I mean, like out of character. Like, that's kind of fucked up.
I didn't say you can't do anything. I said he shouldn't tell you about a book that doesn't exist because you didn't want to look at the library.
I mean, you wouldn't want to like raise demons or anything. I mean, I don't know.
No, I mean raising demons. That's weird. Like, do they teach you stuff?
Yeah, I'll mention that to Hector that there might be a portal here, and that's gonna get slipped into the bag of holding.
Well, shouldn't somebody look through that? Because that might tell us how to close said portal.
I'll flip through the book.
All right,
I
so
just walk in my library and see books, and I'm like, reading, and I walk back out.
Is he roboting to anyone else?
Yeah, he's
Yep.
roboting a little bit.
A lot of it.
All right, so Vitoras, you're taking some time to look into the book and do a little more research. Meglar and Yuri, you guys are hanging out in the living room still. What are you guys gonna do?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I was just saying that I went in the library, saw that it was books, and was just like, fuck that, and left.
All right, so what do you want to do then?
Leglar kind of sees that it's a library, so he doesn't even care to go in.
Because Meglar can't read.
Aw.
Nope, he cannot read.
In the store right here.
You're going in that door?
It is a door, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go in this door here.
All right, so you open that door there, Yuri, and you find a very quaint little bathroom.
I kicked that door open.
Yeah, you just broke the door off the hinges to the shitter. So now you have to poop with the door open.
So no different than normal, I feel.
No.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Now what's this over
That's
here?
canon now. The Travelers Guild has no doors on the shitter.
No, we have doors. Yuri just doesn't use them.
Correct. That's the way I envisioned it.
Yeah, Yuri doesn't use them.
Like, God damn it, Yuri!
Now
then
what's
the-
this area over here?
We need
You
a
guys are-
cleric to thaumaturgy the door closed every time. Just slam.
You guys are lucky I'm even using the bathroom.
Like not.
Now what's this area here?
Where? That's the harpsichord.
All right, so there's nothing over here.
I mean,
Like no doors or something.
no doors.
Definitely not one in the bathroom.
Okay. Not anymore.
So Yuri, are you trying out the toilet?
I'm gonna come in here, yes, and do my business.
All right,
As
I need
well.
you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh,
no. Dexterity saving throw.
Yuri's gonna
Something
get flushed.
ghost comes up the toilet and eats your ass.
Well, then he's gonna fail it.
Or someone left the toilet seat up.
Yeah, he falls in. Oh, you pass. All right, so you're into the bathroom. Snothers is checking out something.
Snodlers is still reading his book because he said, "Let me know when there's something useful." And you guys apparently want to be evil and not tell Snodlers about cool shit, so that's fine. Just remember, Snodlers doesn't hold grudges.
There's no grudge for Stodlers to hold.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, so Vittoria says you and Hector are kind of hanging out in the library with Kolos. You guys are looking at books and looking into this whole demon thing, and you do find out that like these demons can be summoned using a summoning circle, and closing the portals once they're open is sometimes a little bit more challenging because sometimes they remain open, and demons throughout the abyss will find these little cracks and crevices. These like wormholes that like lead them back to the material plane, and this is where the problem happens. Where once they're open, they're kind of hard to close. You might be able to close them on the material side in this particular part, but the doorway is still open, and a lot of times they branch open from the abyss to other doorways that are either naturally occurring or that somebody else has messed with, or there's a way for demons to create this chaos and enter the material world. So by dismantling and dispelling the summoning circle on this end, theoretically you could disable a summoning circle that's on this end of the tunnel, I guess, or the portal.
I'll read that out loud to Hector and Kolos.
Well, shit.
Are they close enough where I might overhear the fact that they're talking magic shit?
Oh, all right. So are you guys being quiet? Let's put it that way.
Oh, come on. They didn't say it.
I'm not. I'm talking at a normal volume.
But somehow,
We are, however, talking at like a regular talking volume, 40 feet away in another room while you're reading a book. So, like,
So let's put this down to Snoders making a perception check.
If there's ever a time that I want to double crit, this is it.
I would like to use my reaction.
Something not bad.
So
17.
that's still enough as even as you know, Snoders
you
is sitting there
shit.
reading his book. He perks his ears. You see his ears actually turn a little bit towards the sound of magic, and he starts picking up that sound and hearing what you guys are throwing down in there, and he's catching these little bits of portal and demon and circles, rituals. Yeah, so Vittorius, you and Hector look through the book, and finding out how to dispel these circles are basically the same ways. One way to do it is the same way that they are created by drawing a circle and performing a ritual on these circles to activate them, and vice versa. It can be closed the same way, or with like a high level dispel magic spell. So Snobbers tries to sneak up to the library, and
I'm literally like just standing in the doorway, like leaning around it.
yeah, he's like leaning on the door and doesn't realize the door starts like swinging open. He's like, "Nah."
What you guys doing?
Reading. I thought you were reading.
Snodlers was reading, but Snodlers wasn't reading something as interesting as what I think you're reading.
Yeah, that's what concerns me. What do you know about demon portals?
Well, Snodlers actually saw that he had the spell to be able to control some from one of the dark books that he got.
This is not even right.
I have something about controlling. I don't remember if it was demon or what. Like, there's 2 control spells I have access to.
As like control water goes, yeah, that's close enough.
No, like it's not demon, but it's something. Anyway. Planar binding.
Yeah, I have that one too. That's what I was talking about earlier.
So, do you think that the portal is a demon portal?
Seems more likely than a portal across the city.
You telling me that the Magus Guild is summoning demons?
Not anymore. It looks like they abandoned the house, but yeah, it looks like they used to.
Oh my god.
What did you sign up for, Snodlers?
Snodlers is slightly intrigued still.
As you guys are doing this, you're hearing Yuri take a huge dump
With the door open.
with the door open.
So that bathroom's gonna have to be condemned.
I run out real quick and cast fucking Thorn Whip on the door to like slam it closed.
All right. Well, if you want, we can end it here tonight. It's a good stopping point. You guys want to figure out what you want to do with the next part of this house.